guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't done a video in a long time because I'm just busy, honestly. You know, I'm that girl that just, even when I don't have anything to do, I'm always busy. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyways, this segment today is going to be advice 101 on relationships and friendships. It's crazy because the two questions I get the most: how have I been in my relationship for 7 years, and what happened to my best friend? So yeah, both topics I'm gonna get deep into. I'm gonna get into detail, but to start off, I'm gonna start off with my friendship, and then we can go into my boyfriend. So to begin with that, I was friends with somebody for about, this girl, obviously. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm gonna let everyone just keep confidential. If you know who I'm talking about, then you do. If you don't, just listen to the story time. So I was friends with this girl for about 7 years, maybe 7 years, whatever the case was. We just not just stopped talking. We stopped talking, I believe, in 2015. And the reason why I'm addressing this is because I know a lot of girls that go through traumatic breakups with their best friends, homegirls, whatever the case is, and it's like they take them back. But I'm in a space in my life right now where I could finally give advice on, I can give you 3 reasons why you shouldn't take somebody back after you stop speaking to them for so long. And I'm solid on those reasons, and that's why I feel like this video, it could validate any of the information that you want, or it could validate the way that you're feeling. So to start off, let me just give you all the details. Like I was saying, we were friends for about 7-8 years, I'm gonna say. We met in elementary school, and so like throughout our whole friendship, we were always, let me say, we were always 2 different people. Like, no matter what. If I was white, she was black. If I was low, she was high. If I was high, she was low. If I was mild, she was spicy. If I'm hot, she's cold. No matter what, like, we were always different. And throughout the friendship, mind you, I'm not throwing salt on anyone's name. I'm not saying anything bad. I usually don't like when people do that, because at the time, that's something that you wanted. So why in the present day talk shit about it? You get what I'm saying? So at the time when we were friends, the fact that we were so opposite, I loved it. I loved it. And I guess that's what was the that's what the problem was. I loved the fact that we were so opposite, and I thought that, wow, opposites attract, so this is it, this is our friendship, it's great. But after a while, I began to realize, like, she's really opposite of me, you know? Like, she's really opposite. No harm, no foul. She probably thought the same as me, like, wow, Faye's really opposite from me. But anyways, we stopped talking in our friendship about 2 times, and those times both were over a good period of time, like a good 5-6 months we weren't speaking. And throughout that time, it was always he said, she said in my ear, he said, she said this about me while we weren't friends. And every time it got back to me, it would be like, wow, I thought we were just like not talking for this period of time. I minded my business, and I always had other friends. Another thing is, she was very isolated, let me say. She was always to herself, 1 friend, maybe 2, but I always had a group of other friends that they weren't really they were more like associates, let me say. They weren't really my right hands as she was, but I've always had another group of friends. So let's say we fell out, it was like I never lost my way. I never lost my calling, because I was always headstrong, whatever the case was. So moral of the story is, like I was saying, she was always isolated, and I was always not in the mix, but I guess you could say I was in the mix, but I wasn't really mixy. I was just, like I said, I always had a group of friends. I guess people were whatever. Anyways, and it always happened to be the people that I associated with. And looking back now in 2015, because we haven't spoken since then, it's like, dang, maybe I should have never really been speaking to those people, because all my other friends weren't friends with her. They did not like her. Some of them fought her, some of them hated her, whatever the case was. Half of them did not associate with her. So that was also a black cloud over our relationship. Another thing was, a lot of people don't realize this, but if you have a homegirl and you're dating and your love life is at a high, or whatever's going on, work, school, your business is popping off, whatever it is, don't ever doubt that your friend, there's good friends out here. I have such good, amazing friends right now. God blessed me with the friends that I have and the family I'm surrounded with, because I don't feel any type of hatred from them. I don't feel any type of envy. I don't feel anything from them at all, and God has blessed me with them, thank the Lord. But yeah, so another, like I was saying, back to my point, I was always dating. So, and all of these things that I'm saying is just in reference to when we stopped talking and she told me how she really felt. So I recall her stating that, mind you, if whoever's seen this video, I mean, y'all already know what it is. I mean, I hope this video doesn't like bring back old feelings for people, because I don't give a fuck. But mind you, this is for motivational purposes only. I'm giving this video out so people can understand, like, everyone goes through it, and my advice is valid, period. So like I was saying, I've always been dating since we were friends. I've always been dating. She's seen me with 2 boyfriends throughout our friendship. She was dating this one dude, whatever the case is. So it's like, even my friends, my family, they would always tell me on the side, like, watch out for her, whatever the case was. And you know when somebody keeps telling you something, you're like, nah, like, she's good. She's good. She's good. There was this whole high school thing when we were in high school that popped off, whatever the case was. And she was involved in it. And I remember this one girl put me to the side. She was like, yo, be careful with her. Be careful with her. And it's another thing. In the past, I didn't listen. But now in present day, I'm like, are you serious? I should have just listened to these people that were telling me. But that was really my right-hand girl. Like, that was my ride or die. I would sleep at her house. She would sleep at my house. I mean, we would cut school together. We would chill together. We would do everything together. But it was always that one thing. You know when you're with someone, there's something in the back of your head like, this might not work. This might not be what it is. This might not be for us. But fast forward, like I was saying before, we stopped talking twice for a long period of time, and that right there showed me the person, her true colors. It probably showed her my true colors. Who knows? I don't even know. But it just shows you that my moral story is my advice to you guys that are watching. When you stop talking to somebody for over a year, once you lived with them for more than a year, you do not need them back in your life. It's one thing if they hit you up and they're like, hey, you know, let's squash beef, no bad blood. Cool. I don't have bad blood. That's great. But for them to really come back into your life and you have the open arms, and now you have to adjust your schedule because you're friends with this person again that backstabbed you, and then your other homegirls are like, what the hell's going on? And you're just having to explain everything. Don't do that. That is honestly the worst mistake I've ever done. And I promise you it will never happen again. There was a period of time that her and I stopped speaking for about close to a year, and I experienced the death in my family, and she popped back up in my life. Not saying that she didn't pop up for the right reasons. I'm pretty sure she did. But after we experienced that whole emotional roller coaster, we became friends again, and everything was smooth sailing, and then everything went downhill. And after that, I realized, like, wow, like, I understand she came to me at an emotional time in my life, which was great. Shout outs to that. Support is the best thing you could ever get in this world. But it's like, I didn't have to come with open arms, and that's the mistake that I made, because we're not even friends till this day. And the ending of our relationship was very salty. It was very it was just bad. Like, it was just full out bad. And like I said before, a lot of people ask me like, hey, what happened to that girl you used to talk to? And I'm just like, it ended bad, period. Like, keep it pushing. And it's like, in the beginning it was like, damn, like, I really lost my best friend. But it hit me after a while. It took me about a week, and then I realized, like, you know what, mama ain't raised no fool, boo. Mama did not raise a fool. And my mother always told me, you were here alone I mean, you were born alone, you're gonna be here alone, you're gonna die alone, okay? So that's what it came down to. More of the story is, it's like today, if I could go back in time, I would probably keep the same friendship we had, but I would have just made smarter decisions, because it's like, wow, you wasted so much time. I had multiple opportunities. I had probably thousands of friendships waiting for me elsewhere, but it was just, I was stuck on our friendship. And it's just crazy to me how you could be real friends with somebody for so long. Like, she would have been one of my bridesmaids probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how serious it was. She probably would have been one of my bridesmaids. But thank God it didn't get that far, because at the end of the day, the Lord above is always watching and he knows best. So that's what it is. So I hope you guys got that advice. The advice that I gave regarding my 7-year, 8-year friendship that ended terribly is that oh my god, I'm choking. Yeah, the advice that I give to you guys is that if you stop talking to somebody for more than a year, do not bring them back in your life. Don't even try it, because you lived without them, you can continue. Straight. Okay. Alright guys, so now part 2. So the second question I always get is, how have I been in my relationship with my boyfriend for so long? So we've been dating for 7 years. January 8th, oh gosh, not even the 8th, sorry, January 7th makes it 8 years that we've been dating. I don't even know, but I decided to do this video because everyone's always asking me like, dang, 7 years, I've been together since elementary school. And it's like, yo, we've really been together for so long, I don't even know how I do it anymore, honestly. Like, he drives me insane. Insane. If I could pull out my braids while I'm talking to him, I probably could. I honestly could, because that's how crazy he drives me. But nah, seriously, the only relationship advice I could honestly give people is that you should honestly, oh sorry, what is this, what's going on, what's going on, hello, oh sorry, yeah, sorry about that, the only relationship advice that I could really give to you guys is communication. Communication. My relationship is not perfect. My relationship has been through hell and back, honestly, but we just try to communicate. I do most of the talking. I don't know if he's with me just because he's like, yo, this girl is so annoying, I'm just gonna make her happy, and he shuts up and lets me do the talking. But if he does, shout outs to you. That's why we're probably together for so long. But no, communication is really the key. Communication is key 100%. And you have to be with somebody that makes you happy. Like, you have to be with somebody that makes you laugh, somebody that motivates you. Thank God my boyfriend he motivates me, because honestly, he's part of the reason why I even have a YouTube channel. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be with somebody that motivates you, somebody that you can communicate with, somebody that you really see yourself being with. Because I'm an old soul. I'm 23 years old, but there's times when I'm looking at him, I'm like, listen, you got a few more years, because we gotta get married soon. I'm not playing these games anymore. I'm not about to be walking around like, yeah, this is my boyfriend of 12 years. No. I need a rock on my finger. This is my mom's ring. I got it for her from, let me zoom in for you guys. This is my mom's ring. I got it for her from Zales. This is her birthstone. I ended up taking it back because I fell in love with the ring. I love it so much. So now this is my ring. But anyways, I want a huge ring. let me get back on topic. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, communication is key. Be with somebody that motivates you. Be with somebody that makes you happy. A lot of people think that they see relationship goals on Instagram and Facebook and social media, but you have to really choose wisely who you sleep next to at night. You have to choose wisely who you think you're planning your life with. Like, you have to really be prepared, because there's a lot of girls, or let me say guys too, they jump into a relationship, then they break up. Another thing, keep your relationship private. Keep your relationship private, because once you put it out there in the public, I'm not saying don't let people know that you're dating, but any little tit-tat fight y'all get into, it does not have to be public. I would never, if me and my boyfriend get into an argument, there's times me and my boyfriend don't talk for weeks. I don't put that on social media. Nobody needs to know that, because then it goes back to the like, oh, they not dating, oh, they dating again, they're not dating, they broke up, she was talking to him, he was talking to her. Like, I don't have time for that. Keep your relationship private, communicate, find someone that motivates you, find someone that's going to push you to get up and get out every morning, find someone that you could plan a future with. I mean, like, that's all it really comes down to. Once again, relationships are not perfect. Mine is not perfect at all. Like I said, if I could rip my hair out talking to my boyfriend, I probably would. But moral of the story is, find someone that you could really communicate with. And that's all I could honestly think of. That's how I've been dating my boyfriend for 7 years. Besides the fact that he doesn't have a choice, he can't go anywhere. So that's another reason why we've been dating for 7 years. But moral of the story is, stick to what you know and be true. There's like, I know my homegirl, actually my cousin's a prime example. She was dating somebody for 8 years and they broke up. And she said she was devastated, but she knew already. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you really know. Like, there's no reason, if you and your spouse, if you and your partner are breaking up 9 times out the year and there's only 12 months, I mean, hey, that's a problem. I feel like that's a problem. I don't believe in like couples therapy and all that extra shit, but I don't know. And like I said before, communication plays a big role in that. But anyways, yeah, I feel like you just know. I'm not saying that I pray to God, me and my boyfriend are together for a very long time, but if we, God forbid, we were to break up, I mean, it wouldn't, hey, what am I supposed to do? I never experienced a traumatic breakup, only a traumatic friendship. But if I were to experience it, like I said before, shout out to my friends. Thank God I have really strong friends behind me that I know will catch me if I fall. And I feel like you know already. Is it just me? Because like the advice my cousin gave me, like I said, she was in a relationship for 8 years. She said that she knew in the back of her head sometimes that something was a little off. So it's like, if you know that, don't put all your cards on the table, because that's what causes a heartbreak. And you have to stay very firm in a relationship. My boyfriend knows what I like, what I don't like. Don't play that shit with me. Don't start nothing with me. Don't joke around. I don't play like that. So let everybody know, you know, not everybody, let your partner know like what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. So I hope you guys got all this advice down and nobody asks me again what happened to my ex-best friend or why I'm in a relationship for 7 years, because it's on my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, give a thumbs up, and see you guys in my next video. Thank you.